Welcome, let's dive deep and explore the hidden forces that shape our lives. If you've ever felt paralyzed by a big dream, or found yourself making excuses when opportunities arise, this video is for you. We're going to uncover the real reasons your dreams feel impossible, and I'll give you practical strategies to break through these barriers. Here's something that might surprise you. Most people aren't actually afraid of failure. They're afraid of success. Think about it. When you imagine failing at your dream, what happens? You stay exactly where you are. Your life remains predictable, familiar. The people around you treat you the same way they always have. There's comfort in that predictability, even if it's not what you want. But success changes everything. It means becoming someone new, someone your current circle might not recognize. It means responsibility, visibility, and the terrifying possibility that you might actually be capable of more than you ever imagined. This is why so many people sabotage themselves right before breakthrough moments. They get close to their goal, then suddenly find reasons to quit, procrastinate, or create drama that derails their progress. It's not laziness, it's terror disguised as logic. The fear of failure says, "What if I'm not good enough?" But the fear of success whispers something even more dangerous. What if I am? Let's talk about that voice in your head, the one that sounds reasonable, protective even. It says things like, "Who are you to think you can do this? People like you don't achieve things like that. You're going to embarrass yourself." This is imposter syndrome, and it's not just self-doubt. It's your brain's security system working overtime, trying to keep you safe from rejection, judgment, and the unknown. But here's what's fascinating. Imposter syndrome often strikes hardest when you're actually making progress. The more competent you become, the more aware you are of what you don't know. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. The more you learn, the more you realize there's to learn, and suddenly you feel like a fraud. I want you to understand something crucial. Every single person who has achieved something meaningful has felt like an imposter. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of imposter syndrome. It's the willingness to act despite it. Your brain will always find evidence for why you're not ready, not qualified, not enough. That's its job. Your job is to recognize this voice for what it is. An outdated alarm system that's trying to protect you from risks that aren't actually dangerous anymore. Self-sabotage is perhaps the cruelest trick our minds play on us. Just when we're on the verge of something great, we find ways to destroy it. We pick fights with people who support us. We procrastinate on crucial deadlines. We make decisions that we know will hurt our progress. Why do we do this? Because our current identity feels safe, even if it's limiting. When you start moving toward your dreams, you're essentially threatening who you think you are. Your subconscious mind would rather keep you small and safe than allow you to become someone new and uncertain. The pattern usually looks like this. You get excited about a goal. You start making progress. Things begin to feel real. Then suddenly, you find reasons why this won't work, why you should wait, why you're not ready. You retreat back to your comfort zone, telling yourself you'll try again when conditions are better. But here's the truth. Conditions are never perfect. The right time is now, with whatever resources, knowledge, and courage you have at this moment. Perfect preparation is just procrastination wearing a disguise. Dreams feel impossible because we look at them as complete, finished products instead of journeys made up of single steps. You want to write a novel, so you think about the 80,000 words you need to write. You want to start a business, so you think about all the systems, marketing, and expertise you'll need. This is like standing at the base of a mountain and being paralyzed by the peak instead of focusing on the trail right in front of your feet. The antidote to overwhelm isn't motivation, it's clarity. Instead of asking, "How am I going to achieve this massive dream?" ask, "What's the smallest step I can take today that moves me in the right direction?" If you want to write a book, don't worry about chapters. Write one paragraph. If you want to start a business, don't worry about scaling. Talk to one potential customer. If you want to change careers, don't worry about the perfect transition. Update your resume or take one relevant course. Massive dreams are achieved through microscopic progress, repeated consistently over time. The magic isn't in the big moments. It's in showing up when you don't feel like it, again and again. Here's the most important thing you need to understand. You don't need to become someone different to achieve your dreams. You need to become who you already are, underneath all the fear and conditioning. Your dreams aren't random fantasies. They're glimpses of your authentic potential trying to emerge. The version of you that has those dreams is the real you. The version that talks you out of them is the programmed you, shaped by other people's limitations, society's expectations, and past experiences that no longer serve you. The shift happens when you stop asking, "Am I capable of this?" and start asking, "How can I become capable of this?" It's not about having confidence. It's about developing competence, one small action at a time. Start thinking of yourself as someone who takes action on their dreams, even imperfectly. Start identifying as a writer who writes, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. As an entrepreneur who solves problems, even if you haven't launched yet. As an artist who creates, even if no one sees it yet. Your identity shapes your actions, and your actions reinforce your identity. Change one, and you change the other. So how do you actually start when everything feels overwhelming? Here's a framework that works. The 2% rule. Commit to improving just 2% at your craft each day. It's so small it's almost impossible to fail, but over a year it compounds into massive growth. The 5-minute start. When resistance is high, commit to just 5 minutes. Often, starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, momentum carries you forward. The next right thing. Don't plan 10 steps ahead. Just focus on the next right thing. What's one action that moves you closer to your dream today? The proof stack. Keep a record of every small win, every piece of progress, every moment you acted despite fear. This becomes evidence against your imposter syndrome. The support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential, not people who want to keep you comfortable and small. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Your dreams feel impossible because you've been conditioned to believe they are. But impossibility is just unfamiliarity wearing a scary mask. Every single thing that exists in our world today was once someone's impossible dream. The difference between dreamers and achievers isn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It's the willingness to take the first step before you feel ready, and then the next step, and the next. Your dreams aren't too big. Your belief in yourself has been too small. But belief isn't a feeling, it's a practice. And you can start practicing today. What's one small step you can take right now toward the dream that scares you most? Don't wait for courage. Courage comes from taking action despite fear, not from the absence of it. If this resonated with you, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one dream you've been avoiding, and what's the smallest step you could take toward it this week? Let's hold each other accountable. And if you want more content like this, deep dives into the psychology of success, productivity, and personal growth, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of people who refuse to let their potential go to waste. Remember, your dreams are possible. You just need to stop making them feel impossible. I'll see you in the next video.